Yes, you read the title correctly. It's 2021, and I have just now watched the second installment of The Amazing Spider-Man. Why? Well, I heard it was terrible. The first movie was my favorite Spider-Man ever, but I did enjoy watching it. So I finally decided to get my own opinion on this now 7-year-old movie, and was actually surprised. It wasn't terrible at all. I actually liked it. And while you might not share that opinion with me, let me at least explain what makes The Amazing Spider-Man, Rise of Electro, a good movie to watch, even with the flaws it might have. First and foremost, just look at this first establishing shot of Spider-Man. This is literally all I ever wanted from a Spider-Man movie. The coolest shots of Spidey swinging through the city. And there are plenty more of such scenes. The movie is full of amazing, swing sequences. I especially love it here when he grabs onto his own webs to pull himself even more towards where he wants to swing to get more momentum. Or this scene in which Jamie Foxx's Electro attacks not only Spider-Man, but also the innocent pedestrians standing behind him. One of his web shooters breaks, and he has the genius idea to press on the second one so the webs fly to the sides. And the music? My boy Hans Zimmer did a great job on the score. Tom Holkenborg, aka Junkie XL, composed some of the music as well, and it's just as awesome as his score to Alita Battle Angel. This movie dives a lot more into the theme of trying to protect your loved ones when you're a superhero than any other superhero movie I've ever watched. At least, as far as I can remember. And the constant worry and fear that Peter has for Gwen is portrayed so well that I, as a viewer, was worried about her. Many people say that Andrew Garfield's performance wasn't very good, but I say it was perfect for a teen trying to figure out how to manage two different lives, especially now that Gwen knows that he is Spider-Man. I went into the movie with things having been spoiled to me, such as Gwen Stacy dying. But what I didn't know about was the brilliant foreshadowing of her death.
I know we all think that we're immortal. We're supposed to feel that way. We're graduating. But, like our brief 4 years in high school, what makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. And I know that now more than ever. And I say it today of all days to remind us that time is luck. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Make yours count for something. Fight for what matters to you, no matter what. Because even if we fall short, what better way is there to live?
The intensity of Gwen's death scene was overwhelming. Even though I knew what would happen, I still was convinced that Peter would be able to save her. The symbolism behind his webs trying to reach out to her was so stunning. Many people also disliked Electro, the main villain. While I didn't understand all of his motives entirely, I do have to say that I was able to identify with him immediately. Electro, known previously as Max Dillon, is a lonely man who has nothing but his work. But even there, he's being bullied by his coworkers.
What? There's a current flow problem in the genomics lab. Why don't you stay and take a look at that?
But it's my birthday. Everybody else is leaving. Why do I have to stay?
Because you're special.
Mr. Smythe.
Happy birthday.
One day, Spider-Man not only saves his life, but also tells Max that he is needed by him.
Okay, there you go. You okay? You all right?
Just Spider-Man.
Costume gives it away, huh? Look, this is pretty important, Max.
How do you know my name?
It's written on your badge.
I'm a nobody.
Hey, you're not a nobody. You're somebody. Like that. All right, listen to me. Now I need you. You're my eyes and ears out here. All right?
All right.
I'll see you out there.
And then everything changes. He starts to almost deify Spider-Man, putting up tons of pictures of him around his mirror. Max also talks to himself as Spider-Man, or pretending to have a conversation with him. Clearly from the get-go, we know something's up with Max. Eventually, he has a work accident that turns him into Electro, a being that seems to be made entirely from electricity. At least this scene suggests that.
The grid is all yours.
He feels drawn to electricity and, I'm guessing here, tries to charge himself up. Weirdly, almost seems like an addiction to me. When confronted by a police officer, he's intimidated and doesn't know what to do. He seems scared of himself. Spider-Man shows up after Electro destroys things on accident and tries to talk him out to calm him down. As the cameras around them focus on Spider-Man and not Electro anymore, he gets mad. He just wanted to be noticed by anyone. We can tell from this scene.
I'm Max. Max Dillon.
I'm Gwen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is it your birthday?
Oh yeah. Friends of mine made this flyer up. I'm having a birthday party. It's a big club, a lot of celebrities.
Wow.
We'd love to invite you. It's just the guest list is closed.
Oh, got it. Got it. Well, thank you anyway. Oh, it was nice to meet you, Max.
Wait, she remembered my name.
And now Spider-Man, the one who needed him, Max, gets all the attention once again. He lashes out and starts going even more insane. The sudden change from Max to Electro makes sense. Sure, a normal human being would have died from what he went through, but keep in mind that originally in the comics, Electro was struck by lightning and gained his powers from that. I also love the scene where Peter decides to see Harry after his dad had died.
Park. It's like seeing a ghost. Hey, Harry. Random. Like 10 years. It's 8. Chloe. What's up? Saw the news, man. I heard about your dad, and I wanted to come and see you, check it, see how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm with some people.
I'm sorry. I don't want to intrude. I know it's been a long time, and I kind of know exactly what you're going through right now. Oh, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I'm sorry about your dad. You got your braces on. Now, there's nothing to distract from your unibrow. There he is.
The chemistry between the two, friends who haven't seen each other in years, finally seeing each other again, feels so real. From Norman Osborn's death, we learn that Harry has a genetically transferred illness to which his father succumbed. That illness will eventually turn Harry into the Green Goblin. I personally didn't think it was smart to introduce the Green Goblin in this movie, but maybe in a post-credit scene. This movie should have been about Electro, but as soon as he died, the Green Goblin shows up and adds another climax which could have easily been avoided. Unfortunately, we'll probably never see another The Amazing Spider-Man movie, which really is a bummer as there was a setup for the Sinister Six. Originally, the Sinister Six were formed by Dr. Octopus, at least in one of the comics, with Electro being one of the members. We even see the 4 mechanical tentacle-like arms in the background moving. I bet we could have seen a Sinister Six Amazing Spider-Man movie if they had made some better decisions during production of Rise of Electro. But who knows? Maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man will show up in the new Spider-Man 3 movie from Marvel. Lastly, I wanted to say something about, well, the last scene. Spider-Man has been inactive for months. since the death of Gwen Stacy. Critics said stuff like, quote, "A threat comes and Spider-Man conveniently comes back," end of quote. But that isn't even true. Peter sees on the news what's happening, but he lacks motivation to go out there and help. Only watching Gwen's speech that he missed can convince him that hope is everything that we sometimes might have left, and that this hope should be the thing driving us. And in his case, he is the hope for New York. So he doesn't conveniently return. The threat is what helps his decision alongside Gwen Stacy. And then, this.
Hold your fire! Everybody, hold your fire!
Look, New York! Spider-Man is back! Red boy, huh?
Spider-Man returns. Yes, this time it is rather convenient that he shows up during this exact scene, but what did you expect? And we close on this amazing shot. All in all, The Amazing Spider-Man Rise of Electro was a good movie, with stunning visuals and awesome music. There are things that don't make too much sense, or that are unnecessary, but I still think everyone should go watch this movie to get their own opinion on it. With that being said, I hope you liked this type of video. Please check out my other videos as well, and let me know if there's anything in editing or production that I could improve in. Also, post some stuff you'd like to see in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Laters!